Hello everyone, this is Learning Chinese with Super Lu. And the reason why we have this video today because I was at another platform and I noticed that someone is posting and asking for the help because he has written some Chinese IC but he has no idea if he has doing a great job or not and if there's any room for improvement. So I through the whole IC and it's pretty good, though there's a room for the improvement. That's the reason why I decided to record this video and see how we can help him. And now let's get started. Oh, by the way, to make this review more professional, I am going to assign a serial number for each sentence and give it a score out of 5. At the end, we will calculate the final overall score. So let's go. Okay, number 1. 上个星期，我参观了美国的大学。Last week, I visited a university in the US. Actually, this sentence is quite perfect, because in the time frame and the vocabulary you were using, both of them are perfect. So for this sentence, definitely the score is 5 out of 5. And then the next one, the second one. 我先走近的时候，那有人山人海。I guess the English translation is, when I walked into the campus, it was crowded with people. Alright, there are several things in this sentence. The first is the word 先. Actually, when you use the 先, which means first, in English, it sounds fine, but in Chinese, 先 is a sequencer. If you don't say first I do A, then I do B, the 先 feels lonely and unnecessary. So let's just remove it. In the second one, as you can see here, when we have the English here, when I walked into the campus. Actually, we do have the campus in English, right? But like I didn't find it in your Chinese sentence. So we better be more specific in the adding 校园 campus, makes the sentence feel full and professional. And the last one, which is pretty good, it's an idiom usage. 人山人海 actually is adjective idiom. It describes the same directly. In the idiom 有 have before it is a common English logic mistake. In China, you just say there, people mountain, people sea. There, crowded with people. Last sentence. 学生们尚在走道上课. Actually, this one is confusing. I guess the English is students will go into class. The first thing, the sentence is totally not make sense. 尚在走道上课. I think what you want to say is 正在 doing something. Actually, 尚在 doesn't exist in this context. 正在 is your best friend when you describe actions happening right now. In 学生们正在去上课. In English, you say walking to class. In Chinese, the focus is on the purpose. 去上课, go into a timed class. Using 走道 makes it sound like they just reached the door and stop. So the correct sentence is 学生们正在去上课. The next one, 我就听了铃在7点半. The English should be then I heard the bell at 7:30. There's one thing I would love you guys to remember. The golden rule of time. This is the most important lesson today. In English, time often goes at the end. In Chinese, time is a status that must happen before the action. You must be at 7:30 first, then you hear the bell. So remove 在7点半 before the verb. The first sentence should be 我在7点半听到了铃响. Next, 这个意思现在上课. I think the English this means that class is starting now. The students wrote 这个意思. The direct translation of this is this meaning. If you want to say this implies or this means that, normally we use the verb 这意味着. So the Chinese should be
这意味着现在要上课了。
In the next sentence, 这里有美术、医科、教学和文。English should be there are majors like fine arts, medicine, education, and literature. But the vocabulary is really good. Just a small fix. The major is not 教学, but 教育, education. And we see 文学, literature, 文学 instead of just a single character 文. So please keep in mind. Okay, then the next one. 而且学校又黑板又白板。I guess you want to use 既有又有 because the phrase 又 it means again and again. But for this one, what you want to say is like the campus has not only the blackboards but also the whiteboards, right? It's not only but also 既有又有. So the correct one should be 校园里既有黑板又有白板. Next one, 那也有台洗衣服在厨房的旁边. There's also a washing machine next to the kitchen. I was confused because now that we are talking about the campus, suddenly the kitchen is here. But again, for this sentence, 洗衣服 is the verb to wash clothes. I guess you just want to discuss the machine is like a 洗衣机. The next one, 虽然没有客厅，但是有宽敞间卧室. So for this is very interesting part because suddenly you wrote about 客厅 living room and the 卧室 bedroom. The grammar is still okay, but those words belong in a home context. In the university context, it feels a bit confusing to the reader. So to make your IC professional, we should talk about school facilities. Let's replace this with playground. And the sentence I share with you here is like 校园里有大大的操场。There is a big sports field on campus. 学生们正在操场上踢足球和跑步。Students are playing soccer and running on the playground. And the last sentence. 下次我想参观一家中学。Next time I want to visit a middle school. I think this one is perfect. Just one tiny thing, because 一家 is usually for businesses or shops. So for school, we use the special measure word, which is 所，一所学校. So for this sentence, I want to correct it to 下次我想参观一所中学. But still, this perfect, I'll give 4 out of 5. Okay, then let's look at our final evaluation. I think he's doing really good. Perhaps he can do better, like keep home words for home and the school words for school. And for you guys, if you have practiced some written thing but no one can help you to crack it, you can just post it in the comments. Let's see. Then we can go through them together. All right, see you then.